So today, I just wanted to talk about mistakes, right? Mistakes are such a thing that people can get caught up in, right? It's like, you're taught to like learn from your mistakes, you can just learn nothing's really a mistake if you learn from it. But, at the same time, there are also real world consequences to that. So, this is for me and the Christians out there. With God, He can forgive all sins, right? Everything will be forgiven for God, with God, and as long as you turn your heart to Him and follow Him, and that's what me and that's what any strong Christian believes, is that anything can be forgiven from God, and that is incredible, right? That's what we believe as reality, that God is able to forgive us, and that is really just incredible. But in the real world, in the physical world, with people, it's not so simple, right? Because not everybody is going to be so forgiving. Not everybody is even going to be willing to forgive at all sometimes. And so God is the most important, right? You just have to devote your life to God and you have to follow Him, and then all your mistakes will be forgiven. But when you're going around in the real world, or in the physical world, that's when you have to like focus more on not making big mistakes, right? Because if you do something like really bad, if you commit some federal crimes and you're put in prison for life or you're sent to death row, there's not a lot of room for forgiveness in the physical world here with other people, because you're either locked in jail, you're gonna die, or you're gonna break out and be, an on the loose criminal. Your life is ruined. So obviously, don't do anything like that. But even more little things, even like not massive, huge things that will ruin your entire life, but do try to avoid mistakes that you can. Like relationships, as much as you might not think of them as things that can like hurt you in the long run, or that can come back to you, they really can. Like really getting into a relationship and not treating it well, it not going well, and you reacting in the wrong way, things like that, those can get you in trouble. That can come back to you, really. There's a whole bunch of studies out there about, getting into a romantic relationship with someone that you're not marrying, that you're not staying with. And they found that, especially with intercourse, if you have it with somebody and then you get married to somebody else, it hurts the relationship of your marriage. And so things like that, they can be, you can call them wounds, right? I call them wounds, that they can just kind of stick with you, and that they can hurt your overall like mental well-being. They can, hurt you. They can hurt your life pretty much. And so those are the things you just kind of gotta be wary of. Now, just making small mistakes, like, failing a test, for instance, that's okay. Like, it's not going to ruin your entire life, but you gotta make sure you learn from it. That's the thing. You just gotta, take in that information, figure out what you did wrong, and then, apply that to the next time you do it. Those kind of mistakes are good. Those are the mistakes that, you can learn from, and that you can grow from that as a human being. And, technically all mistakes you can, but those mistakes won't really hurt you in the long run, as doing other things that will definitely affect you in the long run and that will drag on you. It is still hot in here. Let me just... Yeah, they're not even blowing on me. Oh, it feels nice. Now, when you make a mistake, it can go down two routes. It can go down the route of you learning from it and applying it to your life, or you not doing that and you regret it. See, I try to live life without having any regrets, because number one, regrets, just having that in your head and thinking about them in a bad way, that just holds you back. Really, it doesn't. Regretting doing something, it's just like thinking about it in a really negative way, and it doesn't help you like at all, realistically. So, just having that in the forefront of your mind, just regretting it, that's not what I want to do. That's not what I want to have in my mind. And it is really hard. Like, the bigger the mistake, of course, the more you're going to regret it. And, some mistakes would be better if you hadn't done them anyways. But really, regret is something that you just kind of hold with you, something that, just stays with you after you do this, whatever you did, whatever mistake you did. And so you just got to kind of let go of that feeling and accept that, you already did it, and it's, you can't change anything. You can't change the past. You just got to move on. And then going down the other path of, making mistakes and learning from them, that's really good. And then most importantly, though, not just learning from it, not just learning what you did wrong, but applying it later, that is really important. Because I know I've definitely gotten into the cycle of just, learning new things, making mistakes, and then not really fixing those mistakes, just kind of doing the same thing. And that does kind of lead into a life of, like, mediocrity. Like, just, if you did good enough, you don't really have to change anything. You can just kind of keep going with how it is. And, that's fine if you don't want to live like an extraordinary life. But if you want to be like a millionaire or a billionaire, or if you want to, do a whole bunch of great things, you're going to have to keep pushing yourself. Even if you got what you wanted, even if you did something to the level that you wanted to, there's always room to improve. There's always room to improve. So learning from that mistake every single time, learning from different mistakes every single time, and applying it, and then, just applying it, and then it just kind of keeps growing, and you just kind of go on this exponential curve of, just growth in whatever area you're trying to grow in. So it's really hot in this car, so I'm going to peace out for today. Thank you guys all for watching, and God bless.